This article here too is about Holland. Again, it's spearheading a lot of this pedophilic stuff, actually, trying to get it made into law that they can do whatever they want. And it says that Joris Demick, I've mentioned this before a few years ago, the current Secretary General of the Dutch Ministry of Justice, this is a fact, he says Secretary General of the Dutch Ministry of Justice, has consistently been linked to the sexual assault and trafficking of young boys, both in the Netherlands and abroad. And this is a fact. It's been all over the papers many times. He's the head of it. Who do you complain to when he's the Secretary General of the Dutch Ministry of Justice? In the fall of 1998, an investigation conducted into an Amsterdam brothel linked senior politicians and justice officials to the sexual abuse and trafficking of young boys. Demick was specifically identified by one of the young boys as an individual involved in the abuses. According to a former senior official at the Ministry of Justice, the investigation was foiled through the direct intervention of and obstruction by Demick himself, because he's at the very head of the Ministry of Justice. There's even other guys who are supplying young boys from Afghanistan and different places, I think, or Iraq or something like that, to them as well. So here's the final report. Care system failed to protect the Dutch children. And the source is Radio Netherlands worldwide. The Samson Committee investigating abuse cases of children placed in state care in the Netherlands since 1945 faulted the entire system, from the government to the foster care service to care homes themselves, for not doing enough to protect children against sexual abuse. It released its final report Monday. I'll go on with this when I come back after this break. Hi folks, we're back cutting through the matrix, talking about the one from Holland and about Joris Demick it's called. I'll put that up tonight too. Plus one from, I think it's Boston. It's a professor, Massachusetts, a pediatric endocrinologist at Boston's Children's Hospital, arrested Tuesday on child pornography, thousands of photographs and discs and all the rest of it, and purchasing and so on. And another one to do with children's. It's a children's hospital. This is not. They go for their target. That's what I'm saying. They go for their target. Now there's Warren from Canada who's called, and I'll see if he's still on the line. There, Warren. Hello.
Good evening, Al.
Yes.
You touched on some very hot irons there about those pedophiles and the way they have found their way into all the institutions, and basically they found their way right into the beehive.
That's right. Yeah.
And this is there should be an outcry. And we had the situation here in New Brunswick there a few years back at the youth reformatory outside Frederick, Kingsclear.
Yeah.
The young boys were being abused by the staff, and it pointed towards that members of the police force, including the RCMP, were involved.
That's right.
Yeah. The commissioner at the time in charge of the New Brunswick J Division was Zaccardelli. So he got, they transferred him. It's a normal procedure by the RCMP. When somebody has gathered up too much dirt in one detachment, then they transfer them.
Yes.
Anyway, Commissioner Zaccardelli had known, the RCMP had known for about 2 years what was going on at Kingsclear, and they did nothing. Yep. Zaccardelli, he got rewarded for the rich services he provided for the pedophiles. He became the Canadian commissioner for the RCMP. And when he lied to Parliament, or Parliamentary Commission there a few years back, he again got rewarded. He became a big-wig in Interpol. So where are the victims of those crimes that are international, like international trade of children and so on?
Yes.
Where are they supposed to turn? When all the positions, nationally and internationally, are being the perpetrators have covered all the positions nationally and internationally.
You're right, absolutely. Absolutely. They've got it ongoing in Scotland as well. It's been going for years of cover-ups of people abusing even children who were mentally challenged, subnormal, or whatever they call it. And that's been covered up from the highest level in the Justice Department. It's worldwide, there's no doubt about it. And even fly children back and forth, they can't raise to be molested. It's happening in the States too. You had John DeCamp came out with flying boys from orphanages into even Bohemian Grove at one point for the Big-Wigs, and some of them were even killed and murdered. That came out in an inquiry, and nothing happened about it because they're too important to touch. Just like the bank says, they're too important to fail. It's the same with these boys. They're too important to touch. And that's the first thing the cop says too. They're too important, and they try and get off the case. You're quite right. They've taken over.
Plus, there was this case that gained quite a high profile about Holly Craig.
Yes, that's right. That was in Scotland, yeah.
I understand there was the Muser family. They had moved to the British Isles, and they removed all their children.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right.
And look at Canada, about the residential schools.
Yes, you're right, absolutely. But thanks for calling. And remember too, look at where it's all going, because your entertainment industry points the way. It points the way. Monkey see, monkey do. And they're trying to get you all to accept it so that you can watch the children be molested and you won't care. It's already happening. From Hamish from Seattle, Ontario, Canada, it's good night to me. Your God or your gods go with you.